Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Eagle Nick Audits. I am Eagle Nick. And this morning I'm back down here at the Al Rollins Park. It is very early in the morning. There is nobody here. Before any of you trolls get on here and start saying that I'm trying to record kids, this is a very early Sunday morning. There is no kids. There is nobody here at the park at all. I'd just like to wish everybody a blessed first day of the week. I'm here at Al Rollins Park in Dalton, Georgia. I seen a county police officer go down the road a while ago. I was going to hang around for a minute and see if he wants to come chat. It's a boy and a girl. They had a reveal party down here. I got these out of the trash over here, and I think I might take them home and just put them up somewhere in case anybody was to have a reveal party. But it is a beautiful Sunday morning. I am Eagle Nick with EagleNick Audits, and I'm down here at the Al Rollins Park. There is no one here yet this morning. I'd seen a Whitfield County Sheriff's Department officer go down the highway a while ago. I was going to try to hang around. There's usually a Whitfield County Sheriff's officer parked right over here in the shade. That's where they was parked that time that I started to ride in front of him, and I about got ran over because he was parked sideways. But it is a beautiful sunny day. Sunday, the first day of the week. I hope you are all having a blessed day. There is no one here at the park before any of the trolls start saying that I'm trying to film kids. Good morning, Miss Maggie. I hope you're having a blessed day. I'm going to go over here to see if they ever unlock these bathrooms for the poor people when they're down here with their kids. Where there's no kids here, there's no one here. There is one truck parked over here. There's a gentleman out here jogging. But I was going to check and see if they've unlocked these bathrooms to allow the public, the poorer public, to be able to come down here when they bring their kids to the park, that they allow them to use the restroom. Here's a dirt dauber's nest. You can see the dirt dauber going in now. If you see dirt dauber's nests and you don't know what they are, don't kill them, because dirt daubers are good. They are not a bee. They don't sting. And as you see, they are still locked. So the poor people do not have access to a bathroom here at the Al Rollins Park. So them kind of bees right there, they will hurt you. Those are the yellow and black striped wasps. Before anybody says it, I'm not going to reach up there and stir them up and try to get stung. Right over here, there's a little bitty minute spider that you can't even see, but it looks like a scary looking spider. I can't zoom in on it. But it is a beautiful Sunday morning here in Dalton, Georgia. I was just going to see if there might be any Dalton City police officers shows up, or any Whitfield County Sheriff's officer shows up. Now, like I said before, I've not had a problem with the Whitfield County Sheriff's Office. There is another dirt dauber's nest, but they The thing about it over here is at Al Rollins, they do have, hello there, Fresh Mayo. They do have public Wi-Fi on here at the Al Rollins Park. Now over there at Lakeshore Park, the Dalton State College soccer practice field and the indoor practice field, they still have not cut the Wi-Fi back on. All the other internet accesses still work, but they still have the public Wi-Fi cut off over there, and it's still on here. That's why I'm able to do a live stream here. But they had a big gender reveal party here for, I don't know if it was a boy or a girl, and maybe it was both, and it was twins, because they have a boy and they have a girl balloons here. But they do have the internet still on over here. Over at the other park, they have it cut off, disabled, to keep EagleNick from doing a live stream as he's doing here at the Al Rollins Park. As you can see, there's no one up there at the well-to-do ball fields. They have it gated and locked up. And I'm sure, like I've said before, that the bathrooms up there, when they are there, they're unlocked to where they can get in and use the bathroom. But any of the poor people that comes down here to bring their kids to the park to have whatever kind of party and use the grill, you know, to enjoy the use of a public park, if them or their kids has to use the restroom, they have to rush them off to a bathroom because they have the bathrooms locked up here. Check out this beautiful moth. It's black and white checkered. Anybody know what kind of moth that is? I'm not going to try to scare it off to get it to fly because, you know, I don't want to cause it to die. It's in a good place. It's just sitting here resting. You know, you'd think that wasp nest over here in the corner down here in the poor end of the park, that the city of Dalton Parks and Recreation Department would do something about killing them wasps. Now, that would be bad if somebody brought their kids down here to use this park. It is covered with wasps. And they came over here to use this bathroom, and those wasps was to be in an agitated state. And they came over here and pulled on this door handle, and it scared them wasps. It could cause some little kids to get stung by them wasps. Here's another dirt dauber nest. Now, like I said, dirt daubers are not wasps. They will not hurt you. But them yellow jacket wasps there, they will attack. If one of them stings you, you got them all coming at you. And if anybody brings their kids down here and they end up getting stirred up, it could cause some poor little kids who could have an allergic reaction, be allergic to the wasps, could possibly die. And you will notice there's a small wasp nest right here in this corner. There's only 1 or 2 wasps on it right now. But it's funny, the east corner and the west corner, which is the corner by the bathrooms, has wasp nests built up. It looks like there's a small one starting to form over here on the north end. Now, these type of wasps can be dangerous if they get agitated, get stirred up. It could cause some poor little kids who was to be allergic, have allergic reactions. It could cause them, hey, like that. There's one on this end too. So there is wasp nests in all four corners of this, under this shed here at the Al Rollins Park. This one does not have but one wasp on it too. It is the yellow and black striped one, the same as the other ones. Up here's a big old nasty looking spider. But Dalton Parks and Recreation Department should do something about killing them wasps before some poor people's kids end up getting stung by them and the city of Dalton was to get sued. You know, if a little kid got hurt down here because getting stung by wasps, especially like I said, if they had an allergic reaction to it and it killed them. You know, when a person has an allergic reaction to a bee sting, it could cause their airways to swell up to where they couldn't breathe, you know. And when they stop breathing, it could cause brain damage. But it is a beautiful day here in Dalton, Georgia. I am EagleNick Audits. I'm just enjoying the day. I rode up to Providence Ministries and had breakfast this morning. I'm truly thankful for Providence Ministries for providing food to the less fortunate. EagleNick does not receive any kind of government benefits. I do not receive food stamps. I do not get any kind of government check. And as of yet, EagleNick has not received 1 red cent from his YouTube channels. EagleNick prays that one day that'll change. But EagleNick did not start his YouTube channel just to try to make money. You know, I've been on YouTube. I don't know, why did Sally fall off the swing? She was just a swinging. She had no arms. You don't need arms to swing, you just need a butt to sit on it. Is that the same Sally at Simple Sally sells seashells down by the seashore? Sincerely, on Saturday and sometimes on Sunday? Who's there? Not Sally. Okay, knock, knock. The next time I have one of those Dalton police officers call me by name that has already called me by name, I might tell them that D's has been looking for them. Then they'll say, D's who? I might say, D's nuts. You know, I recorded Officer Black badge number 625 the other day. He had a young lady pulled over. I am at the Al Rollins Park in Dalton, Georgia, 30720. Now, I recorded a Dalton police officer the other day, Officer Black, badge number 625, who called me by my first and last name as he was getting in his car getting ready to leave. So when he did, you know, I didn't say anything to him. He was getting in his car to leave. I was just exercising my First Amendment right to record him. As he was getting in his car to leave, he called me by my first and last name, which is Stephen Nicholson. I'm not ashamed of my name, but they do not have the legal right to be calling me out by my name while I am exercising my First Amendment rights, doxing me It's their attempt to try to intimidate me and maybe to let people know who I am, to try to get maybe some of these haters. You wouldn't believe all the trolls I've got on my channel. You wouldn't believe some of the comments I've got. The EagleNick has got quite a few threats, but EagleNick does not put them on YouTube. He just hides the users from his channel. I put many comments to let them go on there where people could see them, where people has told EagleNick he's an inbred hillbilly. You know, that don't offend me, but if you go too far in your comments, do be ready to be blocked from the channel. I am all for free speech, but there is a difference between free speech and making threats. EagleNick has never threatened any police officer. EagleNick does not condone violence. I do not support it, and I do not try to influence it. Good morning there, Adventures with Jay. I thank you for coming on here. Hey, does anybody know how come after I do a live stream, when I record the video, you know, after the live stream is over, it processes, it saves the video to my YouTube channel, but I cannot get access to the comments that I received while I was doing the live stream. I've had a lot of comments that say that are held for review, and I didn't click on it while I was live streaming to see what it said. And you know, once it's uploaded, I try really not to there, Adventures. That's why, like I said the other day, if you'll watch my YouTube channel and see the last video I did, Officer Black, badge number 625, called me by my first and last name as he was getting in his car to leave with the Dalton City Police Department. I had not spoke to him or said a word to him. All I did was recorded as he was performing a traffic stop on a young lady. He had just got out of his car when I started recording. He walked up to the young lady's car and got her information. He went back to his car and run her information. The whole video lasted less than 3 or 4 minutes. You know, I couldn't figure out why he had stopped her. This is where I'm at. And I've said before about this sign, you see it's closed from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. But now what I was saying is, Officer Black chose to, when he went to get in his car, he said, he called me out by my first and last name, and I called him sir. I said, don't call me by name, sir. And then as he was getting on in his car, I said, what's your name and badge number? And he said, Black 625. And then he called me by my full name, Stephen Anthony Nicholson. You know, my name is associated with my YouTube channel. My name is actually on some of the videos where I have posted videos back from where I uploaded them on the TikTok. When I upload it back on to save it back to my phone and upload it back on to YouTube, you know, at the end of the video, it's got the TikTok banner and it says Stephen Nicholson 34. Now see, EagleNick is not ashamed of his name, but I am ashamed of the fact that the Dalton City Police Department thinks that they can intimidate me by calling me out by name, to think they're going to stop me from recording or whatever it is their hidden agendas may be. I have not committed no crimes that would allow any of these police officers out here patrolling these streets to even know what my name is. The police chief at the Dalton City Police Department, Police Chief Cliff Cason, has gave all these officers my name, and they know right where I live because they arrested me on my corner property. You can see that video on my YouTube channel. I recorded them from my corner property, and I recorded them from my property on up the road at 2 different times when they was rogue Dalton City police officers on a county road, had somebody pulled over, and not a one of them was deputized. Not a one of them had arrest powers. The first incident, there was a Hispanic male parked on the side of the road who had ran out of gas, and he was sitting in his car. They was 3 cop cars, city cop cars, one parked on the corner by the trailer where I was arrested, 2 parked across from where I came out of, where the big cane pole comes across the driveway. They're out here, the little cop. I never asked for their name or badge numbers. He is hollering at the Hispanic gentleman, telling him, "Put both your hands out the window or I'm going to pull my gun." Now I'm standing down here hollering and telling them, saying, "Hey, y'all are out of y'all's jurisdiction. This is the county. This is not the city." Tell them they better look where they are at. I'm not yelling like a crackhead there, Billy Strong, whatever the heck that last word is, Billy Strong Bear. I am not yelling like a crackhead. I actually am deaf in one ear. If you had watched my other videos, you would know that EagleNick is deaf in his left ear, and sometimes EagleNick does not realize that he is talking loud. EagleNick is not yelling like a crackhead. EagleNick does not do drugs. I do smoke cigarettes. You see this 24/7 Red 100? They sell them right over here at the store, sir. These are not illegal. That was another troll, I guess. And my moderators, I'd like for them people to be able to say stuff like that. So you can know, sir, I'm not Forrest Gump. This is Georgia, Dalton, Georgia. I'm not Forrest Gump. But you know, Mama always said, life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. EagleNick ain't never been shot into ice. EagleNick didn't never pull down his pants and show it to the police chief or the president or nobody like that. Now, EagleNick don't sugarcoat shit. EagleNick don't see it, he don't beg, he don't roll over, and he does not play dead. The point of this video is called a digest. I am talking to my subscribers. I am wishing everyone a blessed Sunday, first day of the week. If you have not seen my videos, I'd like for you to look at my videos. If you don't see a point in this, go watch the video where I'm arrested. Go watch the video where I have police officers call me by my name, and it happens so many times that EagleNick gets pissed off and just has to tell them what he really thinks. See, EagleNick gives the same respect he is given. I started EagleNick Audits because a Dalton City police officer was violating a homeless girl I know. They were violating her First Amendment rights to free speech and violated her Fourth Amendment rights to be safe and secure in her person, possession, property, and effects. A Dalton City police officer stopped her on the sidewalk, blocked a lane of traffic, and had asked her for ID because she had been exercising her First Amendment right, which is free speech by panhandling, which is protected by the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. She was doing it in a public place. Now, the city of Dalton has enacted city ordinances that prohibits panhandling, but that is only on private property like at Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, any kind of place that is private. Anywhere in the public, if you are arrested for panhandling, for exercising your First Amendment right to free speech, I suggest you sue their ass. Now, you cannot panhandle on private property, but the United States Constitution states, and the United States Supreme Court upheld and will uphold a person's constitutional right to freedom, free speech, freedom of speech, free speech, which is one of the 5 tenets of the First Amendment of the United States Constitution that was created after our country was created to protect the rights of the citizens. The government was created to protect the citizens and their rights. The federal government and all governments were created to serve the public, not for the public to serve them. Well, Scotty, if you are bored, go watch one of my videos where I'm getting arrested. What do you mean men should be able to take what they always have? I do not take nothing. Hi, Vince. Is it Vince or Vince? The bus stop is in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It used to be on Carbondale Road. Well, hello there, Amy Elizabeth. I welcome you to my channel. I'd ask you if you would to go over check out my other channel, EagleNickAudits1967, and subscribe there too, if you will. Hey, how you doing there? Is that you, Kiri? Or you, Kari? I'm sure glad to see y'all. I sure do thank you there, Speed, for saying you love my voice. I'm just an old Southern boy, Now, like I said, I've had a lot of trolls call me an inbred hillbilly. I have some of them say I sound like Larry the Cable Guy. I have some of them say I sound like Toe Mater, whoever he is. And I could even do this. Check this out. Golly, Sergeant Carter. I used to could sound just like Gomer Pyle. And I used to could actually do a pretty good Pee Wee Herman. I know you are. What am I? EagleNick has not had his, no, it's P-Y-L-E, not Gomer Pyle like a pile of crap. It's Gomer P-Y-L-E. United States Marine Corps. Oh, so Toe Mater is Larry the Cable Guy. I did not know that. But I like Larry the Cable Guy. I loved him when he was on the Blue Collar Tour with Jeff Foxworthy and Bill Engvall and, damn, I can't remember the other guy. Yeah, that's okay, Mile High. That's cool, dude. I didn't even see who it was. Yeah, it's all right that you spelled it wrong, brother. Well, I'm sure glad to see you there, Gettysburg. That's Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, right? And of course, I know where Paducah, Kentucky is. That's that bluegrass state, boy. You know, a lot of people don't know that Abraham Lincoln was from Illinois. Abraham Lincoln was the first Republican. And not that it has any bearing on it, but boy, that is a beautiful blue heeler right here. How you doing, sir? That's a beautiful blue heeler you got there. What's his name? Maggie. Maggie, a girl. Hey, girl. I get you. I'm live streaming, but I appreciate you. Yeah, did y'all see that blue heeler? That was a beautiful dog right there. Her name is Maggie, and I didn't record him because I didn't want to violate his privacy. I mean, there's no expectation of privacy in public, but EagleNick respects people's privacy. You know, EagleNick has the right to film the public in the public, but EagleNick goes out of his way not to actually film the public. That was a beautiful dog. That is a blue heeler. She was beautiful. But now, like I was saying, any of y'all that's bored, make sure you go check out my other videos. You can see EagleNick get violently arrested. People said it wasn't violent, but you'd have had to been on my end of it. All for a criminal trespass. You can allow that comment to stay there about that vinyl. I don't care if they call me a loser. Like I said, I believe in free speech, so I wouldn't block them. I wouldn't delete their comment there. I don't care if they put something. Like I said, as long as they don't be threatening, as long as they don't insult me or I don't care if they insult me, but if they start insulting other subscribers, I mean, I don't insult the police officers that I record. I only got mad and started cussing Officer Buffoon because after I did my audit over at the East Side Post Office, yeah, I know they starve to death if you ignore them, but, you know, trolls is also good for a channel, too. You know, they do have a right to speak. They can voice their opinions. Like I said, they can say anything they want to say. You know, some things they can say, like I commented on somebody else's video, and damn, YouTube removed it immediately. YouTube said my comment had been removed and said if I keep making comments like that I could have my YouTube channel terminated, even though that was the first time I had ever spoke about that. And I was not talking about the channel or the content. I was talking about the corrupt clown cops. I said I'd made a comment about that those cops was clown cops, and YouTube took offense to it. And I call them the ones that keeps calling me out by name. Yes, ma'am. God bless America. You know, the ones that keep calling me out by name repeatedly, Officer Buffoon. Now, I did on my description, the title of the video, I called him a pig-faced clown. But that is the way he was treating EagleNick. You know, he was being disrespectful to me by calling me Mr. Nicholson was all he was calling me. And then when I ran into him the second time, I done told him don't be calling me by name. He did it again. And then when he was getting in his car to leave, he said it again. And then when he pulled over in front of the bowling alley and he started to drive off after I recorded him a little bit longer, well, if you have AIDS, you should be praying to the Creator. I'll be praying for you. You know, but like I said, the last officer that I recorded, Officer Black, he was just flat out disrespectful, and he called me by my first and last name. And then when I asked him for his name and badge number, he called me out by my first, middle, and my last name. And I still gave him more respect than he deserved. I did not cuss him when he rolled down his window and give a thumbs up saying, "You have a good day." I said, "You too, sir." You know, and I made sure to let him know. I know he didn't hear me at the time I was saying it as he's pulled out to the red light back to pull off, but I'm sure he's watched the video, you know, that I told him that I'm not intimidated by him. I'm not intimidated by Lieutenant Bishop. I'm not intimidated by the police chief Cason. I'm not intimidated by Lieutenant M. Locke, who was the one who arrested me, or the big old tall gangly green blue line gangbang member that come up with him, that actually come up and rushed up on me with Locke waited until another officer got up on the scene. When he told me we just had a situation, he just wanted to talk to me, stalling until he had backup. They treated me that rough over a Class B misdemeanor, criminal trespass of damage of $500 or less, from recording a 2-minute and 47-second long video at the United States Post Office in downtown Dalton, Georgia. Now, criminal trespass has to have damage. That's why it's called damage of $500 or less, or damage of more than $500. They never legally obtained my name. I never saw a warrant. Act like I had a warrant. They would show me the warrant, but they never showed me no warrant. You know, and Lieutenant Locke stole my phone out of my hand, snatched my phone out of my hand, and said he was confiscating my phone. And I asked him why, and he said, "It's got evidence of your crime." And I told him every bit of my videos were already uploaded to YouTube, and he said, we'll see. And then I told him that I know that my arrest was all because of my live stream that I had did about 30 minutes before I had recorded that 2-minute and 47-second video at the post office. I had did about a 23-minute live stream from the Dalton Police Service Center. And he said that it wasn't retaliatory. They wasn't retaliating because of that. Yet at the same time, he sat there and said, you know how you said in your videos that the Dalton police officers wasn't deputized? Well, I'm deputized. And after he cut off my phone where I was recording him, when he walked up to me in the back of the police car, he had said it a couple of more times. He said, I'd said something to the fact that I wasn't harassing nobody, that I had it all on video. And he said, I've seen all your videos. He bragged about seeing my videos. So anybody with a half a brain can put 2 and 2 together and not come up with shoe polish. It comes up with the fact that my arrest Darren, I was trespassed illegally, you know. I've never received a trespass. Look, I want to explain something to you. Trespass is not verbal. The thing about trespass, if you come on my damn property, you're trespassing. I got posted private property, no trespassing signs up. That is private property. Public property like the courthouse, the city hall, the post office belongs to the public. The only way you can be trespassed from public property is if you commit a crime. Exercising your First Amendment rights is not, and I repeat, is not a crime. Them illegally obtaining my name to get a warrant and are writing out a damn trespass, retroactively putting my name on a trespass would be illegal. That is violating my rights. First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, and the 14th Amendment, which grants me equal protection. Look it up, the 14th Amendment. That's right, there is no expectation of privacy in public. That is true, but like I said, look at the video at the post office with Lieutenant Officer Cruz and Officer Andrews, and you will see when Lieutenant Bishop, he keeps saying I'm trespassed. I said, well, ain't they supposed to be paperwork associated with that? I said, there's usually paperwork. He said, oh, there'll be a report. Do you got an ID week? And I said, I do not answer questions, and I do not ID. Now, that was because he said I was disrupting. That means I was in the way. I was blocking people from doing their business, mailing packages or mailing letters or buying stamps. And I told him, no, sir, I'm from Dalton, Georgia, 30720. And I told him, no, sir, I was not disrupting. I had it all on video, and the camera don't lie. After I told him that I would not identify, he switched over and said that I was making threats. Now, if I had been making threats, when he came walking up on me the way he did, if you will watch that video, you will see that Lieutenant Bishop tries to walk up on top of me and do the old classic B&A, which is a bump and arrest. he was going to walk up on top of me and bump into me, then say I assaulted him. But EagleNick ain't no sucker. EagleNick ain't no fish. And EagleNick did not fall for it. I called his ass out on it and told him that he did not have to be right on top of me and not to get so close to me. And from that moment on, if you will watch the video, you can see that he was madder than hell. And when he first said anything, he come up and said the situation. I interrupted him and told him, I said, the situation is, I said, I'm standing here with a camera. I'm performing a First Amendment protected activity, which is freedom of the press. And he says, you're right, it is protected. And from right that moment on, he starts cop-splaining, trying to tell me why he's taking away my rights. I said, because the First Amendment don't protect you from disrupting. Even though EagleNick wasn't disrupting, and I damn sure was not making no threats. Now, you can look at the video that's associated with that when Lieutenant Bishop was telling me I was trespassed from the post office, and you'll see the Hispanic lady in the video says, where were you? Why wasn't you here yesterday? Because this was Saturday, the Sabbath, that I had went up there, February the 17th, I think it was. My first audit was February the 9th, and then I went back on Valentine's Day, and I took the postmaster one rotten rose. Now, the lady asked me where I was and why wasn't I there the day before, because she wanted me to come in while the postmaster was there so that I could tell the postmaster what I thought, because they cannot talk to her that way because she is the superior. The postmaster reports directly to the postmaster general, does not have nobody else that she is subject to report to or to tell her what to do. She basically runs the post office in Dalton, Georgia. The postmaster basically runs whatever post office they're at, and their only boss is the Postmaster General, Louis D. Joy, who has companies that deliver packages, that has contracts with the United States Post Office, which is official misconduct. He is receiving money from his company's associations with the Dalton, well, not the Dalton, but with the United States Post Office. Now, Congress has been investigating post office since December, and there has been investigations going on at the Georgia post offices since before that. Now, EagleNick has letters coming in the mail from my state senator, John Ossoff, that I will be sending back to him, and his office will be investigating the downtown Dalton United States Post Office and Postmaster Constance Long. And I hope the police chief and all these corrupt officers that wants to keep trying to intimidate and harass me by calling me by name, but I know they're going to be investigating the postmaster for holding up my mail. I have a Cash App card that has been shipped for like 64 or 65 days that I still have not received because the postmaster, Constance Long, is holding up my mail. She is violating federal law by tampering with the mail. And yet she thinks she is immune to prosecution and thinks she can just do any damn thing she wants. Now, I told her that I would hold them accountable, and EagleNick does not lie. EagleNick does not steal. EagleNick does not cheat. EagleNick does not get food stamps. EagleNick does not draw any kind of government check. I do not have any kind of income coming in except from picking up aluminum cans. I did work for Mr. Drennan Crutchfield Jr. here in Dalton, Georgia, making $10 an hour. But I had quit that job back in 2017 or 2018. Hey, I sure appreciate you there, Mr. Mile High. You can call me Cletus if you want to, sir. That is your First Amendment right to free speech. You know, I could call you a stupid asshole, but I won't. You know, because like I said, that is your right. And that is my right. Look, the Fifth Amendment says you don't have to say shit. The First Amendment says you can say anything you want as long as it's not threatening and it's not violent. You can flip a police officer off and tell them to lick your nuts or to kiss your ass or anything you want to tell them as long as you're not threatening or using violent words. It is called free speech. This is a scheduled digest where I'm talking to my subscribers, and I hope future subscribers ask you to watch my videos where I'm arrested, to where I have police officers calling me out by name. And some of them, I just don't know whether if it's a boy or if it's a girl, because some of them you can't tell. They act like they're a big boy, yet at the same time, they're a bunch of big pussies. Want to sit there and treat EagleNick with disrespect. You know? Yeah, I'm just chilling out here at the park. But I'm fixing to end this. I have been live now for 53 minutes. But I was just wanting to tell everybody hello and hope everybody has a blessed Sunday. This is the first day of the week. You know, I hope you don't have to work too hard. And like I was saying earlier at the starting of the video, let me say it again. For any of you damn trolls start saying anything about, oh, it's an old man in the park filming kids. There's no kids in the park whatsoever. There's really nobody here except a couple people over here. I think they are watching me live because they just got out of their vehicle and they're looking this way. So they're over here watching me live. The fella in the truck was over here jogging for a while. The one all the way up to that end above the ones that's sitting here watching me. Hello, how y'all doing? He is walking a dog. I am EagleNick with EagleNick Audits. And like I said, if you will watch my videos, if you don't like this, you will see me get arrested, and maybe you'll see something that you will like. EagleNick has some train videos, quite a few of them, because I have subscribers that likes trains. But like I said, I don't care what you comment. My moderators can let the comments show up as long as you do not get violent or you do not harass, intimidate, my subscribers or others on YouTube. Eagle Nick Audits. I am Eagle Nick, and I'm out.